Khrystyna, for joining us today. So I wanted to ask you a very common question that we come across in our practice, and especially during pregnancy. It's about those practice contractions, also known as Braxton Hicks contractions. So can you just tell us what they are, please?
So as you stated yourself, they are a way for the uterus to practice a little bit before the birth comes.
Okay.
So it's a way for all the muscles to be tested, all the connections to be tested in little bits, so that when the time comes at the end of 9 months, all the muscles are ready to go to push the baby out and give birth.
Okay. And when would you say we would expect to, experience them more often?
So, Braxton Hicks contractions, they're a perfectly normal part of every pregnancy. Every woman experiences them to some degree.
Okay.
They start in the second trimester, but it's often women in the third trimester that begin to feel them and begin to be aware of them and mistake them for labor.
Right. Okay. So my main question is going to be, what causes these contractions? Why do you have to go through them?
They are caused by the same thing that uterine cramps during non-pregnant women.
Like period.
Period cramps.
Yep. Okay.
They are caused by prostaglandins. Prostaglandins, they are a signaling molecule that is generated when the fetus is under stress. So that doesn't necessarily mean a bad thing, it just means some kind of stimuli coming from the outside environment. And in response to these prostaglandins, the uterus contracts. More uterine activity is generated.
Okay. And so what are the most common stressful, situations you think that might lead to these contractions?
So, dehydration, overactivity. It creates kind of a different electrolyte balance, and so it's a little bit stressful to the fetus. If there's also some kind of physical pressure, some kind of physical stimulation of the uterus, for example, if the bladder is really full, or if there was sexual activity that happened recently and the uterus got jostled around a little bit, it would also have these brief contractions.
Okay, all right, good to know. So if I had no idea what they were, how will I be able to differentiate between them, like Braxton Hicks contractions and true labor? Like, how am I supposed to know? Is there a way to differentiate them?
Very good question. So labor, it is a positive feedback loop, meaning that each step just makes the next step stronger and more powerful until the baby is born.
Right.
But with Braxton Hicks, they are just kind of a random signal here and there. The timing doesn't really make sense. So with labor pains, if the contractions are getting more and more frequent, if they're getting stronger, then those are labor pains.
Right.
Versus Braxton Hicks, which the timing of it is irregular, the duration of it is irregular. They last 30 seconds up to 2 minutes.
Okay.
And really, there's no pattern.
Okay.
So if you keep track of when you're experiencing this and you're noticing that the timing really is, there's no pattern to it.
Like all over the place kind of thing? Okay.
Yeah, probably Braxton Hicks.
Okay, good to know. So lastly, how do I know, is there anything I can do at home to manage them so I don't have to run to my OBGYN and she will be sending me home saying, hey, no, these are fine. Is there anything I can do at home?
So, you have to figure out what caused it in the first place. So if you've been really active, rest, take a bath, relax, get those prostaglandin levels down. If it was a matter of, you weren't drinking throughout the day, drink more water.
Okay.
But really the bottom line is you gotta just relax and ride them out.
Okay.
Just the way
just
you
wait
would
it
with,
out.
Yeah, the way you would with menstrual cramps,
Okay,
really.
makes sense. And so would you say that if they're super unbearable, can they ask their physician to take Tylenol or acetaminophen if they're able?
Acetaminophen, yes.
Okay.
But here's what you need to know. If they are very painful, or if there's blood, or if they come on very suddenly and feel very strong, that's not a good sign. Those are not Braxton Hicks. Braxton Hicks are just
like mild to moderate type of things. Okay.
No, like the pain is not severe. If the pain does become severe, the pregnant woman should go to the emergency room, get immediate assistance.
Perfect. Thank you so much for answering all our questions, Dr. Khrystyna. It was really nice to have you today.
My pleasure.
Thanks.